everybody. I hope you are well. Welcome to episode 26 of Pardon Your French podcast with myself, Stephanie Lauren.
And Vanessa Shernock. But this is episode 25.
Oh, fuck. This is episode 25.
Episode 26 will be on Sunday.
Sunday fun day. Yeah, which is, going to be our first ever social circle event at Valentine's, which is going to be very exciting. So yeah, that's episode 26. We lose count, don't we?
Oh, I know. We should, well, this is why I just say, like, welcome to this episode.
All is well. How is your life going? It's been a week since I've seen you.
Yeah. Simon and I were just away over the weekend with the Longevos men's senior golf team.
Oh, okay.
In Mont de Marsan.
Oh.
So they have, like, every season they have a competition, and it's like the same way that they, that like football works in the UK, where like you have teams in a league, and like if the bottom two teams go down and the top two teams go up, and everyone else stays or whatever, you get promoted or And so we're in like the lowest team you can go before promotion, and promotion is like the proper bottom of the barrel, and it was hilarious because we were 10 shots in front of the second to last place team, so 10 shots safe basically. You think 10 shots, they're not gonna lose 10 shots, that's fine. And but obviously the next day everyone's more tired. Like we go out to dinner, everyone gets wasted. Like Simon got wasted drunk. He was like sitting there for a while and everyone's like, Simon's got quiet. and there he looks at me and he's like, I want to go. And so we literally had to be like, okay guys, like tell us what we owe you for dinner. We're going home. So I took him back to the hotel. So I'm thinking Sunday's going to be a complete shit show, like total disaster.
Yeah.
And he actually played like he tied the guy he played with for the best score of the day, which was amazing.
Wow.
Because I was like, how hungover are you? And he was like dripping in sweat and stuff. But it was like 30 degrees, really muggy, like ready for a storm. Felt like summertime. And it was like that last year when we played. And then on the Sunday, it ended up pissing it down. And so we were all like, oh, it's going to storm. It turned out to be okay. But it was a hilarious weekend with the guys. And all the wives come and they all go out for the day, like sightseeing and stuff. And they'd come back and they're telling us about the local area and all this stuff. And all the guys, we just talk about golf, basically. But I walk around with Simon and I caddy for him. So I push his trolley and stuff and I hand him the club and tell him the distances and say, it's okay. You're fine. You see, you're going to shot eventually. like, don't worry there. Yeah, but like when you're hungover, sometimes you need somebody to be your cheerleader.
Yeah, you do.
You seriously would not want to. He's like, oh, I could have lost it a few times today. Thanks for being there.
Oh, that's doing your wifely duty.
Well, it's funny because last year he didn't want me on the Sunday. So John had to take me. They're like, yeah, Vanessa, go with John. He'll be fine. And I made John so nervous. He was like, I'm shitting myself.
My God. This whole bloody marriage thing, I don't know how you all do it. I really don't.
Oh, well, so it was hilarious because you've stayed in hotels in France. Have you seen it?
No.
Okay. Well, don't. No, I'm just kidding. So, I don't know how it works in the UK, but in the US, like, the star system, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 star, is not really based on the size of the room. Because in the US, like, hotel rooms are enormous. It doesn't matter how crap the hotel room is.
Yeah, they're quite big.
Yeah, it's just like, it kind of has to do with the value. Obviously, it has to do with amenities and like quality amenities and stuff like that. But like here, it primarily has to do with the size of the space.
Oh.
So like a 2-star hotel room will always be the size of a wardrobe.
Really?
Yeah. And like the 3 stars a little bit bigger, 4 stars. So like the rooms get bigger and like typically the amenities get better, but they don't have to. Like you can stay in a 2-star hotel that's tiny that has like amazing everything. And you can stay in a 4-star where like you've never seen something so terrifying before in your life.
Really?
Yeah, we stayed in this chateau up near the Omaha Beach landings and stuff one year in the winter. And yeah, 4-star chateau, like you thinking, oh, from outside it's lovely, like dinner was great and stuff. And we get in there and like it was that typical, there's like a bathtub with a shower nozzle, but you have to hold it.
Yeah.
And like that obviously flooded the entire bathroom out when you used it. So there was like water damage all over the wall and stuff, just not a 4-star to me.
Yeah.
Not a 4-star.
Yeah.
Right. And we've stayed in a 2-star hotel in Sant.
Yeah.
In the center of the town that was like brand new up renovation. It was small, but it was so wonderfully like everything was super modern, super brand new, really well looked after. So you get both.
Yeah.
So this weekend it was funny because we were staying in a 3-star hotel.
So yeah, edge in your bed.
So the rooms are a little bit bigger, but like maybe wasn't renovated since the 80s, so it was like probably really modern in the 80s. Not so much, maybe 1991, that kind of thing, like Saved by the Bell style.
Oh, I used to love that film.
And Simon and I don't share a bedroom anyway at home.
Yeah.
So whenever we go away, we usually will go for a room that's got 2 single, the twin beds, and they didn't have any. So we ended up in this hotel room on like a tiny double.
And which is like 160 in it in France.
Yeah, it was small, which is why I sleep on my own at home, right? With the cat. So, and there was another couple that came with us that also don't usually sleep in the same. So we were all like dreaded the first night. Everyone's having a drink and stuff on the Friday night, and we're all kind of dreading our hotel room experience that night. We go to bed, and I was like tossing and turning, and just kind of like, you know what, I should go to the car, but I like couldn't get myself, couldn't get myself up. Yeah, but I was like, I need to go sleep somewhere else. Like, I got to sleep somewhere else. I ended up taking the quilt, folding it up to make like a, mattress that thick, stole the sheet. And so I'm sleeping underneath the window, and Simon is in the bed with no beds, no quilt, no nothing. And so it was really rough first night's sleep. So he gets up in the morning, he's like, what do you do? Another room. We need to ask for another room or ask for a bigger room or whatever. So I go downstairs, and I said, I can't sleep in the same bed as my husband. And she was like, oh, does he snore? And I was like, yeah, that's it. That's the reason. And she was like, oh, well, we do. I was like, can we have like a 4-person room or something? And she goes, yeah. They charged us 10 euros more to get a room that was like twice as big as the room we were in.
Wow.
And like brand new update. Simon's like, my entire opinion of this hotel changed.
Yeah.
From one night to the next.
Wow.
Being in like kind of a shitty 3-star hotel to being in like quite a nice 3-star hotel,
Really?
Yeah, it was
10 euro difference.
But it's a family, for 10 quid more. 95 euros a night versus 85 euros a night.
Wow. So that's where
that wasn't then taxes and fees and stuff. Yeah, but it is like, it is strange to think, like, especially when you look at the hotel, like photographs and stuff. Yeah. The rooms, obviously, they're always going to look better than they are and stuff. But they take pictures of the bigger rooms. Yeah. And, so you think, so it turned out we moved, and so did the other couple. We both moved to that Saturday night into these, and we all woke up in the morning like, oh my God, for that.
Best 10
I would not have, best 10 euros ever spent, but I would not have survived another night the way that we had slept. I would have slept in the car, basically. Wow. If I had to stay in that hotel room. And there was nothing particularly wrong with the room. It was just a small bed. Yeah. He's a big guy. I'm a big person. And that's what I said to the lady. I was like, yeah, he snores, I snore. He's a big guy. Like, he could lay on that bed with his arms and legs outstretched, and it would overhang to where my sleeves are. Wow, my shirt on both sides. It's not big enough for 2 people. No, especially 2 people who really don't want to like touch or smell each other. Yeah.
I always find like French beds are very small. Yeah. I've bought like a really like beautiful like antique style bed, and I put it up, and I was like, what is this now? Yeah. Like, what? I didn't measure it before. Yeah. I just thought, it's a double. And I was like, no, this is absolutely crazy. Like, I've got a super king.
Yeah. So see, he's got a super king. Their standard double here is 140.
Was it 140? Yeah. I thought it was a 150.
They have 140, 160, 180, and then 200. But 200 isn't even what we would consider a super king, I don't think.
No.
Or the length is different. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, we've got to be annoying to them, don't they? which is an English mattress, I think, in the English bed.
Yeah.
And I've got a 160.
God,
And
yeah.
so, like,
I have to be able to know that I can roll over 3 times without falling out.
yeah.
Like,
It's been a week since our last confession.
Our last confession. It was a great episode though with Alex, the chef. Chef. I listened to it back, and yeah, he's a very talented guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
And such an easy conversationalist.
Yeah. And afterwards he was like, "Oh, it's fun, isn't it? Like everyone likes talking about themselves, don't they?"
I think he would have sat there for like 3 more hours.
Oh, easily.
And just the way he's very interesting.
Yeah.
And I loved the fact that he didn't find his thing until he was 40.
Yeah, and he doesn't even really consider it his thing, you know. He's like, I'm not passionate about it. I just happen to be good at it, and it earns me money. He's like, you know, it's a very practical way of living your life, though, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't find that thing that you're super passionate about that you're gonna just do for the rest of your life.
No.
You know, and then sometimes we say, you know, if it is your passion, and then you start doing it for a living,
you get over it. And
is it you don't love it anymore, you know, you go out with it and stuff, or you don't get to do it. You know, we have this romanticized idea of like, oh, you know, Simon at one point in his life wanted to run a clay pigeon shoot because he was so into clay pigeon shooting. And he's like, now I think about it and I'm like, actually, it probably wouldn't have been a good idea because I probably wouldn't like pigeon shooting anymore.
Yeah.
And the people we've spoken to that do run shoots, they're like, you know, how often do you actually get to shoot? They're like, yeah, not as often as I'd like, being busy running it.
Yeah,
exactly. So.
It's the same thing though, isn't it? Is it like if you love a McDonald's and then you worked at a McDonald's, you will want to eat McDonald's
anymore.
Yeah, too much of a good thing can be disastrous. And I think, I've had so many different careers and different ideas and businesses like along my little life so far. Like everything, I just have so many different ideas, and I see the same with Carter now. And as a parent, I go, oh my God. But as a kid, the world is your oyster and everything's an opportunity and everything's very creative. And I love that. Because otherwise, if we do the same thing all the time, it gets very stagnant. And I do believe people were born for change, for growth, for seasons. I just happen to have like 10 seasons a year.
All the seasons.
As being a drummy guy.
Season, guys.
Oh God, yeah, homie. Oh no. But yeah, I do like to change. But like my bedroom, I'm constantly painting and decorating, or changing, or buying new furniture, or changing my bed linen, and you know what I mean. I can't look at the same thing for too long without getting very bored.
That's the ADHD.
Yeah, probably that as well. Probably that. But yeah, it's finding your thing. Do people ever find their thing? I don't know. Maybe not.
I mean, I guess it depends.
I think it's temporary. I think.
Well, I think you can be great at a bunch of things as well in your life. Like you don't necessarily just have to have that one thing that you're good at.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's okay to try something else and find out that like, oh, I actually was good at this, could have been good at this from a young age, but only started doing it as I got older as well, you know?
Yeah. But then I think I've done like loads of different things and I seem to be all right at lots of different things, but I'm not great at any one thing.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've kind of lifted in a lot of different areas, but never fully like.
Oh, no, I think you're a pretty great mom.
Oh, bless you. Yeah, I am.
Like that's your thing now, isn't it? Like you can do other stuff, but at the end of the day,
I am wrong. I am. But do you know what? And I had this conversation with Carter the other day because I can't remember. I said I was going somewhere and he wanted to come or something. And I was like, no, you can't come to this one. And he got like really offended by it. And I was like, but I was Stephanie a long time before I had you. And whilst I'm so amazing glad that you're here, I also have to be me too. And I say, I hope like when you're a parent, if you're a parent one day, that you are still going to be Carter Jack. You are not just going to be dad.
Yeah.
Because we're all put here for a purpose and for a reason. And yes, children add to your life, but they can't just be your life.
Yeah.
Because, and even Carter's dad will say to me like, oh, you wait till he's 18 and he's off out.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do?
You're empty nesting.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm never going to have that problem. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. I'd be sad if he did up and leave and like Jade, going to Montpellier last week, but I would clap him from afar, but I would also go and rage my life. You know what I mean? I'm never going to be sat there.
Rage
my life. I'll go traveling. Fucking rage. I literally will watch out when Carter Jack is 18. Probably 16 knowing Carter. He'll go on adventures and you know what I mean? But I'm never going to be sad and empty nested syndrome. That's not going to be me. No. But I also think Carter will be 42 and still living with me, like I am 43 living with my dad.
Yeah. I was like, we're going to have to get him a basement.
A little basement. He's in the video now. He's basement. Yeah, a man cave.
A man cave.
But it was funny yesterday. We were in the car on the way home from school. I can't remember me and Carter, I can't remember what the conversation was, but I said, well, you do know that there is a law in France that you have to look after your parents when they're older. He went, what now? And I was like, we're not in England anymore, mate. Yeah. I said, I moved at the right time.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was like, but look after you how? And I was like, oh, well, by law, you have to cook my food. You have to do all the food shopping. I was like, you'll probably have to lift me into the bath one day and wipe on my bum. But I also, like cultures and stuff, there are a lot of people that just go, well, you're my parent, but this is my life and my little bubble. They ignore the parent, which I don't know. I guess I've never done, not with my dad. You know what I mean? I always have to look after Steve. He's now in the garden. He's building another compost.
Yeah, he was like, always something to do, always work to be done. And I was like, we got to keep you busy, Steve.
He bloody loves it. You would not have him. He would not be sat in front of the TV like on a day. He obviously like when it's a beautiful day too. He gets frustrated, but it is a lovely day.
Yeah.
Autumnal. I can't say that word. Like lots of French words. Autumn feel, but it's still sunny. This is like my favorite kind of weather because you're not sweating and getting like blinded when you walk outside.
Yeah,
but it's nice enough to walk around in a t-shirt.
Yeah, and everything's still dry, so like for work and stuff like that, like you're not trudging around in mud or anything.
Oh, do you know what? Last year, I had to constantly walk from the chalet to the house and across the mud, and oh my god! And obviously we had the horse here, so she lived like round the back of here and out into the garden, and just the mud sliding down. It was like, our garden is basically just a field. It's not an actual garden, is it? But I want to get some like different areas going on. So hopefully I can make a start.
Let's see. What else have you done this week? What?
The clutch went on my car. Again. So luckily the part should be here today and it being fixed by the wonderful John. So hopefully I'll have. It sounds really stupid, but if you're moving to France or if you live here, make sure you get 2 cars.
One's gonna be broke down for at least a month.
Literally, it's like the parts, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's waiting for the parts, and then especially if it breaks down on like a late Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Even if you order the part online, they're not even going to look at that order till Monday. And then they'll be like,
Monday after.
We'll process it Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, this is the other thing is like a lot of places here, like garages and stuff like that might stay open on Saturday. That means they're shut on
Monday.
So if you order on Saturday, even if you ordered it, the garage that's actually sending the part, it won't send it until Tuesday.
No. So if it's a simple fix and you know what part you need, even that, it's like, it will be a week before you even get your part to fix the car. So luckily I've got the little Mini so I can do the school run and stuff. Because without cars, what do you do?
No,
there's no buses here. Like a regular bus that comes past my house, or you know what I mean? I can walk to school, but there's no way Carter would walk 8 kilometers back after school.
No.
You know what I mean?
And there's no school bus. He could take school.
There is a school bus.
You have to get a yellow vest.
What?
They make them wear a yellow vest, don't
they? Do they? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do they?
Standing on the side of the road, they got to wear a yellow vest. That's like a reflective. Well, it's smart, obviously, because it's like, less likely to get hit by a car. But like, that's how likely you are to get hit by a car on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Is that you can't wear bright
reflective vest. But yeah, it's weird because where I used to live in Hampshire before, like when Carter started primary school, albeit he was only there for just over a year before we moved here, but I could just walk him to and from school.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's such a nice thing to do. And then here I'm like, it's a 20-minute round trip.
Yeah.
Just to get to and from school, but which isn't far because I used to drive into Barbazure when he first moved in, went to a Catholic school in Barbazure.
Yeah.
God, he used to be up at 6:30 to like have breakfast, to get dressed, to get there for 8:00 start.
Yeah, but like growing up, I only lived 10, 15 minutes max from my elementary school. It took an hour on the bus in the morning. So I had to catch the bus.
Because they have to go so many different stops, don't they?
I had to catch the bus at 7:00 in the morning to get to school for 8.
Wow.
And it was like freezing cold, still on those stuff. And like nowadays, like in the winter anyway, nowadays it's so dangerous because of bears and stuff. Like you wouldn't even want to stand and wait for the bus anymore.
Yeah,
the bus got like
eaten by a...
they picked us up at the bottom of our driveway, so there's like us and the neighbor kids who are on the same little lane.
Yeah.
So we could totally get attacked by a bear now.
My God, no, I would never have thought of that. Like, obviously here you wouldn't think of that, would you? But Carter's desperate to go, like, obviously to college, but go on the bus. He's so excited to go on a bus. Where the first time I went on a bus, I was 15, and the last time I was on a bus, I was 15.
Yeah, but that was like a public bus.
It was a public bus, yeah.
Oh man, Simon doesn't like public.
I don't do public transport at all. I would rather walk for like 3 hours.
Really?
Yeah, than get on a train or a plane or a...
You're so lucky to have grown up in a place where there is public transport. Like, I mean, when I was at uni, if you're a student at the university, you could take the local transit, the local bus for free.
Oh.
So sometimes I walk to school, sometimes I take the bus, like if the timings were right for classes and stuff. But man, public transport, trains, like if trains were convenient and cheap, I would take them all the time.
Oh no.
So they've turned into quite an expensive adventure. But like, Simon, it just like terrifies the heck out of it.
Yeah, and me.
He's like, hate public transport.
It's
disgusting. There's some disaster going on next to you,
and it's actually, for me, it's the more than anything, it's the motion sick.
Really?
So we went to when I first did it, the girls that in Paris, and I literally wanted to throw up for about 3 days after.
Different, because that thing's going so fast. I've heard a lot of people get like a weird kind of motion rocket sickness from it.
Yeah, but I
a regular old bus or a regular train.
Oh no, that's even worse. I cannot sit. So if we're to drive somewhere and you're driving, I really struggle being a passenger.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes like if it's far away, I'd have to wear an anti-sickness band.
What?
Yeah. Carter's little friend Jake is exactly the same, and we'd gone to what's it called, the Antilles or something, like a big swimming pool over in John Zach, and I didn't know about this. This is when I kind of first started hanging out with him. Didn't know about this, and I went, "Steph, can you pull over?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." So I pulled over, and he was like, outside the car. I was like,
is that my fault?
I was like, is that my driving? He just was like, no, I just get really sick. I was like, so I went to the pharmacy and got him an anti-sickness bracelet. So I was like, anytime you come out with me, you put that on. And he was like,
I want any more puking going on.
Yeah, I just felt, obviously, when it's like somebody else's kid, it makes it 10 times worse, doesn't it? If it was car, I'd be like, shut up, just get in the car. Wipe it like...
Shouldn't have had all that maple syrup this morning,
and then swam on it. But no, I was like, oh my God, he's thrown up. Is he sick? And then he's like, no, it's just the car. I was like, right, okay. So anytime he now gets in the car with me, he's always in the front. Kids grow up. But like, when you see, like I said, with Jade going off to Montpellier and stuff, I'm like, are you okay? How was it? Have you met anyone? Are you safe? Like, she's like, yeah, I'm fine, stuff. I'm like, okay.
Is she having a good time then?
She's having an amazing time.
Really? Oh, yeah, of course. First time away from home. Properly
loving it, and I think it's just such the place for her to be, so many activities, and obviously she doesn't drive, so everything's on her doorstep. And where she lives now, she's safe because she's in like a big like student accommodation, and she's got a gym. She's a gym bunny, so there's a gym a 10-minute walk away, which is I find it's great. It's like Ocean, the supermarket. It's on top of that.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, that's a really great idea. So you can do your food shopping after you've been to the gym.
Yeah. Still feeling all healthy. Like, I'm gonna eat only fruit and nuts this week.
I've had a moment like that. I don't know what's happened to me, but I've gone right off meat. Yeah. So I don't want to. I don't know. I need to come up with like some recipes to get excited about cooking.
You definitely don't have to eat meat though. Like, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm not going. No, and I think Carter's actually gone the same way. We're all like meated out.
Yeah.
So I need to come up with.
It's a very meat heavy diet out here though. So
yeah.
we go through the same thing. So I'm like, okay, it's like you've got basically 4 main meats here to choose from, don't you? It's like chicken, duck, beef, or pork.
Yeah.
And it's like there's 7 days in a week, so you're gonna re-eat one of those
or like the fish. But I've gone off fish as well.
I don't like to eat fish out here. I'm really weird about buying fish out here because I feel like I'm too far away from the sea. And it just makes me like, ew.
I'm just not. I just don't fancy any of it, which is rubbish because it's like I'm in France and it's like capital of culinary. Like I should be more excited,
don't you?
Yeah, maybe it's a menopause. Maybe it's that kicking in, but I don't know. But yeah, I need to get
sick and tired of cooking and buying.
I am sick and tired of being the chef.
But that's the thing as well, is like when you live in a place where there's more convenience, you're like, oh, we'll just go out. We'll just buy takeaway or and like here, when you can't do that, like, okay, I really just want to eat some cereal tonight, and like if I didn't have other people in my life that feeding, I would just live off of like crackers and cornflakes and a banana or whatever.
So and obviously that like Carter the other day, I think it was Saturday, he was like desperate for to go to Valentine's
again
for their food, and I get it. But I was like, I just want a day where I don't actually have to go out of the house, Carter, because I'm constantly in the car or out here and there. And he was like, well, can we go to KFC? And I was like, still in the car, and that's even further because that's a 2-hour round trip. So we ended up making this cornflake chicken, which I cursed Gordon Ramsay for because obviously Carter had seen it on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, this cornflake chicken. So in the end, by the time start to finish, by the time I'd done it, I was like, that was 2 hours of my life. But to be fair, it did actually turn out pretty amazing. Really nice.
I like to make like a corn, what is it? A Weetabix dredge.
Weetabix dredge?
They're so crunchy. Like instead of using cornflakes, Weetabix, like also, Simon goes through phases where he's like, I'm going to eat Weetabix every single day for the rest of my life.
I would too.
They'll get like halfway through the fucking box. And then you still got like all of these, which is Weetabix left.
Just like plaster.
Yeah, exactly. And so they're really easy to crunch up and they're really easy to make as a bread. But I bake. I do baked fried chicken, I guess. Baked instead of deep fat frying it.
Okay.
You can do it in the air fryer too, but
yeah, I've got an air fryer and I should have used that as well. But the tray's not very big.
Yeah. But did you bone in or did you chicken?
Just like chicken breast,
because that, like, skin on chicken thighs, dredge them all up.
That's like proper KFC,
but they just stay nice and juicy. They don't dry out when you put them in the oven because obviously deep fat fryer keeps everything, all the moisture in. The science of deep fat frying, but if you do it properly, like it tastes really, really good.
It did taste great, but then I worked out, well, I didn't work it out. I was like, well, I can't reuse this oil now. So I was looking up like little tutorials and I was like, okay, so you could do like homemade chips and stuff and you can use that oil like say 5 times. But then I was like, now it's like one and done with this chicken. I was like, so I spent 12 euros on 4 liters of oil
that I've used
one time. I'm like, that's
Yeah, it's a waste.
Not great math.
Yeah,
is it?
That was our thing. It was like when I first changed the oil, when we had the deep fat fryer, it was like when we first changed the oil, we only did veggie things. Like,
yeah,
you can reuse the oil a bunch of times if you do it vegetables. As soon as you do meat, you're like, then like there's certain things that you think, ooh, you know what will be really good?
Yeah,
like salt and pepper spare ribs. So you're taking some like really fatty meat and you're dropping it in deep fat fryer and then like just ruining everything.
Basically. Yeah,
But then you've got to dispose of the oil properly as well.
Yeah.
You know, you got to take it to the jettery. They've got all like oil jugs.
Yeah, I know it's such stupid.
It's a terrible
idea, isn't it? I was like, I'm really annoyed at myself that I spent €100 on this deep fat fryer now. I might just need to get rid of it when Carter's at school.
Yeah,
because it's just like, oh, can we now do like, oh, what about like Twixes and Mars bars? I'm like, hell no, like they're bad enough to eat anyway, let alone deep frying anything.
Really dangerous as well to have in the house. Like that's people catch their house
on fire
from using them. That's why I said we only had ours outside.
Yeah, see, outside, and I read it was worse to have it outside because of like the wind and it's worse out. And even on the instructions, it says don't put it outside; it has to be inside. But
fuck that! Like your house stinks like a chip shop.
I know. Yeah. After like a couple of uses, I was like,
"This get it outside. It's still, even if it's like well contained, it still makes a mess. You end up with like grease,
so
around everything.
So I've got a tray." A big tray
that it sat on.
And then I put it on the stove and then had the extractor hood on.
Yeah.
So it was cleaner than I thought it would be, to be fair, but I don't ever want to go through that experience again.
No.
But obviously every day Carter's now like, we have some chicken. Oh no, what he calls it? Chicken. She has some chicken. And some cut chicks, mum. I'm like, fuck no. I don't have 2 hours of my life.
That kid, it's dangerous because he's like right at the age where he wants to do it himself.
Oh, and he probably would go, I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do it. And like, that's super freaking dangerous as well.
Isn't it? Like, I've seen him cooking bacon.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. And then I blame YouTube and TikTok for all of this because he then decided he would make a Nutella mud cake, right? And on the weekend, and I could hear him downstairs, and I was thinking, oh, I don't know what he's doing. So I come downstairs, and he's not there, and I'm like, so I come into the garden, I'm like, no. And then my dad's going, have you seen the Jeet keys? And I was like, no, why? And he's like, Carter wants to make a mud cake. And I'm like, oh my God. So he's come back. Mind you, Carter has literally blown up a microwave before making these mud cakes. By putting it on for 19 minutes instead of 19 seconds. And I could smell the burning from upstairs in my bedroom.
Like days.
So I never replaced that microwave in the main house. And then he'd go around the Jeep. Oh, there's a microwave there, Granddad.
This guy.
And he came back, and I swear to God, I don't know how it works, right? You tell me, but he basically put shitloads of Nutella in the bottom of a mug and an egg.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And he made a chocolate Nutella cake in 19 seconds. And he was like, this is the best thing I've ever eaten in my life. So then I had to go and hide.
You got to stop feeding him better things if that's the best thing he's ever eaten in his life.
And he goes, because he made it. He thought it was the best thing ever. And I'm like,
did he mix the egg in with
I don't even know. I don't even know. I was like, you better not be
fried an egg on top of
so I think I did. I was like, you better not be sick or get poisoned next week you're at school. So yeah, I need to get better at like cooking in advance.
Putting locks on things.
Or just throwing away microwaves and deep fat fries. And just not buying them in the first place. Yeah, I can even smell, when I say deep fat frying now, I can even smell it. I literally was so cross, like I took all my clothes and I literally soaked them in bicarb before I put them in the washing machine. Yeah. Like, I don't know how people have deep fat fries in their house. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Pardon Your French podcast. We hope to see you on Sunday the 14th from 2:00 at Valentine's Restaurant in Park Hall. If you do want to eat, just make sure you call up and reserve your spot. If you're just popping down for a cup of cocktail, then just turn up. That's absolutely fine. And there'll be some amazing music. And we hope to see you there.
Thanks for watching or listening. Bye.
Bye.